Hello and welcome to the Transformational Speakers podcast. I'm your host, Erin Loman-Jack, and today is about getting real. So let's get into it. I've been working with entrepreneurs for about 8 years, 7-8 years as a business coach, helping people see the big vision, the global vision of the impact that they can make in their lives. And what I am so tired of is hearing how many of them have all these reasons, all these excuses of why they can't take the next step, why they're so afraid, why they don't have the money. Let's just get real here. I've paid over $50,000 in my personal development, probably in the last year and a half. From all the trainings I go to, the conference I attend, the private coaching, the masterminds, the high-level masterminds that I participate in. It is crazy. And I never know where the money's coming from. I'm like, oh, another 15 grand? Oh, another 30 grand? Oh, okay. Well, I'm being called in my heart to take this step, even though I do not know where that is coming from. And it's so interesting to me. I put together a VIP workshop, $1,500. You come, you get your talk help created. I will help you create it. I will help you create an offer to make sure you have that at the end of your talk. I will teach you how to speak, how to deliver with nonverbal communication, vocal tonality, storytelling, all of the psychology of connection. So you're deeply connecting with your audience so you have higher conversion rates. That is what we all want as speakers. If you're not converting 30% or more in your speaking, you're doing something wrong. Have you had professional feedback on your talk, on your presence, on your tonality? I'm bringing that all in one place. And then I'm going to give you all the connections for online places to look for gigs, to propose for gigs, to pitch, to sign yourself up for directories. Then we're going to go over at least three. You're going to walk out with 3 ways you could make 5, 10, 15 grand in the next month or two based on that talk that we just did. So why is no one signing up? I asked this question out to the universe and out to all my listeners, but at the same time, I'm like so frustrated. I have so many people coming to me, speakers, authors, coaches, wanting to know the secrets of how to break through 10, 15, 20 grand a month. But they're not doing the work. When you tell me what you need and I create it for you, you better sure as hell figure out a way to get the money to attend. $1,500 is not a lot. And I actually have payment plans. So is it really that you don't have the money? Or is it really, truly, you're afraid to get your message out to the world? I understand that we are so afraid to step out with our stories. We chance being ridiculed, judged, criticized, talked about, all of that. And I've gone through all of it. And even just today, I heard someone talking about me. Somebody called me because, everyone that's in my circle is very, very loyal. So let me just give you a little public announcement. Do not talk about me to anyone that is in my circle. They will come to me because they are loyal. They know that I always come to your face with the honest truth, even when it's scary and it could hurt. I live by example, lead by example. So somebody's out there talking about me. They're trying to shoot down some things. They're trying to tell somebody that I'm doing it all for the glory and the fame and the recognition. And the funny thing is, in my past, I totally was that girl. I used to want to be on stage so that people would actually listen, that people would think it's all me, that I would change their life. And anymore, this isn't about me. This is about me helping other people get their brilliant, exciting, unique message out to the world so that people can learn from our mistakes, learn from what we've gone through. This is not about me. And your story is not about me. And you speaking on a stage is not about me, even if I help you get there. I don't care. I don't need the recognition. I don't need the awards. I don't need the accolades. I appreciate when people are grateful and they want to tag me in a post, or they want to thank me for my service. They want to thank me for helping them. But I don't do it for that. And I know that if I did, God, universe, wouldn't keep bringing me more. This is not about my ego, and it's never about how I can move myself forward by advancing others. Truly is not. I know that I am here to help more people get their message out to the world so that they can change their audience's lives. So it always makes me laugh when speakers, authors, coaches, they don't want to do their sales calls. They're deathly afraid of sales calls. People are going to reject me. People are going to say no. People are going to say, I don't have the money. People are going to say, I don't have the time. This isn't right for me. Most of those things are all excuses. It's easy to say no. It's way easier to say no than it is to sometimes walk through the pain of trying to figure out what it would take if you knew they had the answers to your solutions. I don't convince anyone, I don't have to, that I have the answers for you. You have the answers for you inside. I have the answers that come to me in ideas, in thoughts, when we're talking and conversating, and when we're doing things that are not, that are not about me. This is about mapping out your business and your livelihood and what you want to create in the world. And sometimes, as most of you know, I am a conduit. I hear messages through me. So some people say I have the gift to see where God's leading you to, and the other people say I'm just a conduit, I'm a channel. So a lot of times these ideas about where you want to go and how you want to get there and the messages you should deliver and the titles of those things and maybe even the services and the strategies, those are all for you. Those aren't me, and I don't take credit for them. I don't have to. I don't need to. I just want to help people get to the place where they're speaking to the big enough audience that they are making the impact that they're here to make on the planet. We're all here for a reason. We're all here because we have a gift. Every day is a gift. And if you're still here, there's something inside of you that's not done yet. It's not done. Because if it was, you wouldn't be here. As my 10-year-old son says, God needs more angels, so he'll ask you to come home. If it's your time to go because you've done your duty and your purpose, you'll be taken. And that's okay. But if you're still here, you got more to give. You got more to share. You got more things to transform. You have so many things in the back pocket that you think are so easy and simple for you that you don't even know it's a gift. You don't know that other people need it, and you don't realize that it's second nature to you, but for others, it's painful. Let's just be real. There are things I do not like to do. Editing podcasts is one of them. And so to someone else, that's their complete joy. Cleaning toilets. I don't want to clean toilets. I really don't. But someone else loves to clean toilets. My sister loves to clean house. Like, she cleans house 24/7, and it makes her so happy. And it doesn't make me happy. So remember, the things that come easy for you, the things that you do on a daily basis that are gifts, are not gifts for others. It's a struggle for them. So if you're not sharing those messages and those solutions, this is never a sales conversation. It's, hey, I have the solution to what ails you. And money is just a form of energy to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for your time. You're spending time away from your family. Let me compensate you for that. You're spending time away from, I don't know, I always love my family. So that's where I usually think about it. If I'm taking time away from my family, it's gotta ring the income bell. Because for me, if you're taking me, like what the thing I honor most and love most and want to do most is be with my family. If I could travel the world and be with my family and do all the fun things and be able to give and be of service, that makes me happy. So if I'm serving you and helping you serve the planet, it's taking time away from my family. So yeah, I'm going to ask you for some money for that. You can't be a lighthouse to the world if you can't keep your own lights on. So I'm wondering, what is it, that next step that you're afraid to take, that next investment you're afraid to make in your own self, that next place that you know someone else has the solutions to, and you're not going for it? You're not serving your people. You're not serving the people you're here to serve. If you're not risking and growing and changing and going big in your life, it doesn't have to be big. Everyone's big is different. But if you're not going for that big thing for you, you're not able to grow enough to help people behind you. You know, I always look at things that happen in my life and crappy things that happen, and I'm like, this is going to be a great story. This is going to be a great story that I can share with my audience about how I overcame this. Bring it on, right? Just like the story about these people who were talking about me this week. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm good. My soul's clean. I know I didn't do anything wrong. I know I'm not pretending to be someone I'm not. If you've been listening long enough or seen my stuff long enough, you know I only teach what I do, and I live by example, lead by example, and I'm pretty much always in integrity. I check myself, and if I'm not, I'm the first one to admit it. If there's something that I've done, I'm like, oh, that was, maybe it was on me. Maybe that was a miscommunication. Maybe I wasn't clear. And I take it. I've refunded people some money where I don't think I was at fault. However, they saw it that way. So I just wanted to make sure they felt heard and taken care of. So I said, how about I refund all your money? And they're like, you would do that? And we'd still have access to all this? Yeah, sure. If that makes you happy. And what I noticed is that some people, when you actually just hear them, that's really not the problem. If you actually listen and ask people some questions, if it's about money, let's just say this is about my event. If I say, here's the price and ready to come, and they're like, oh, I just don't have the money. I ask them, is it about the money really? And I stop and I say, one thing I know about people who say it's about money, it's one of three things. They don't see the value in it. They don't see your value, or they don't think you're the right coach for them. So in my sales conversation, or what I would say is in my conversation with them, it doesn't have to be sales, right? Don't get stuck because I said sales. But in that moment of enrollment, I ask them, so do you not see the value in what I'm offering? You're going to come, you're going to get your talk, you're going to get 3 ways you're going to make money, you're going to find out how to do it, you're going to be able to nail it, you're going to increase your conversion rates on all your talking. If do you see the value in that? And they're usually like, well, of course. Then you don't see the value in me, or do you not think that I'm not the right person for you? And if not, that's okay. I will give you to someone else. I will refer you out if I'm not the person for you. And they're like, no, it's not about you. And then I always go back to the last one. The last one is, then what is it about you that doesn't believe that it'll work for you? And a lot of people get stuck there. That's way deep down and hidden. They like to blame you at first, like, well, yeah, I just don't have the money. And they're like, oh, no, maybe they're not the right person. This is the way that our mind plays tricks on us. But truly, when you ask the person, how many other programs have you bought that didn't work? How many other coaches have you hired that you didn't get the results you wanted? How many other things have you tried and didn't get the results you needed? That's truly what it is. And usually somewhere within that, I ask the further question is, how are you sabotaging those things? And sometimes it might be the coach they got. It might be external circumstances. But for the most part, we all know it's underlying all of those limiting beliefs. It's underneath everything. It's how can I not get out there too big, too fast, and be seen? So how can I self-sabotage? I was interviewing somebody on this podcast last week, and I remember I was about to get up and make some calls to enroll people for this upcoming weekend. And I decided I was sitting on the toilet and I started cleaning it, right? After I was done, I was cleaning it. And I was like, oh, it's been a while since I've cleaned my house. Maybe I should just clean my house. And I was like, wow, even now, sometimes it creeps up on me and I don't even see it. And in the 2 seconds it took me to go, wow, that's a really great distraction. Bravo, Erin. I'm like, yep, thanks for that. Nope, not doing that today. I'm here to serve some people and make a difference and be outward focused. And how I can do that is get on the phone and talk to some people and see if there's ways I could support them. So what is it that's stopping you? What is it that's holding you back? What is it that if you really look at, it's not about the money, and underlying you can figure out that it's actually about you? That's where the true growth comes from. That's when you're going to make a big difference in the planet. That's when things are going to shift and change and blocks will be removed. And you surrender that over and you do the work for it and you heal that story, that belief you have, and you start collecting new evidence that that's no longer valid. It's no longer serving you. And you'll start seeing that the impact you're here to make is worth way more than all of those excuses and beliefs. And for the one person that comes up and says, man, you really made a difference. You made a difference in my life. And because of you and your story, I know I can face another day. It's important. The work we do is so important. And don't ever think that it's not. And I'll be honest, there's days where sometimes I look at, where I'm headed and what I'm doing, and I'm thinking, am I really making a difference? And I know that is an old story and a belief, like, who do you think you are saying you make a difference? I have that little girl that says that off and on. But when I really turn around and look around and I see people that are affecting the planet in positive ways, who are creating solutions to global problems, who are sharing their soul with their audience and moving them, that's when I know I'm doing my job and I'm making a difference. So I challenge you to just think, where is it that you're stuck? Where is it you're not willing to go? And if the question comes up and you say, I don't know, that just means I don't want to look. So it's really important to do this work, to figure out what's getting in your way, what's stopping, what's holding you back from the results you really want. Or maybe look at those results and say, is that what I really want? So challenge that thinking, challenge the belief systems. And I'm excited to see you in our next episode and on stage.